puberty, and many of us reproduce. Behind the scenes, the endocrine system works constantly to orchestrate these changes. Alongside growth and sexual maturity, this system regulates everything from your sleep to the rhythm of your beating heart, exerting its influence over each and every one of your cells. The endocrine system relies on interactions between three features to do its job: glands, hormones, and trillions of cell receptors. Firstly, there are several hormone-producing glands, 3 in your brain and 7 in the rest of your body. Each is surrounded by a network of blood vessels, from which they extract ingredients to manufacture dozens of hormones. Those hormones are then pumped out in tiny amounts, usually into the bloodstream. From there, each hormone needs to locate a set of target cells in order to bring about a specific change.
Yes, the
To
body
find its
hormone.
targets, it's helped along by receptors, which are special proteins inside or on the cell's surface. Those receptors recognize specific hormones as they
Yes.
drift by and bind to them. When this happens, that
onto
hormone
the thing,
receptor combination
then it
triggers a
can
range
produce
of events
chemical
that either increase
in
or
the
decrease specific processes inside the cell to change the way that cell behaves.
change
By
the way the
exposing
cell
millions of
behaves.
cells at a time to hormones in carefully regulated quantities, the
And
endocrine
cell-
system drives large-scale changes across the body. Take, for instance, the thyroid and the two hormones
Thyroid.
it produces, triiodothyronine and thyroxine. These hormones travel to most of the body's cells, where they influence how quickly those cells use energy and how rapidly they work. In turn, that regulates everything from breathing rate to heartbeat, body temperature, and digestion.
Yes.
Hormones also have some of their most visible and familiar effects during puberty. In men, puberty begins when the testes start secreting testosterone. That triggers the gradual development of the sexual organs, makes facial hair sprout, and causes the voice to deepen and height to
生
increase.
胡子。喂
In women,
Become-
estrogen secreted from the ovaries signals the start of adulthood. It helps the body develop, makes the hips widen, and thickens the womb's lining, preparing the body for menstruation or pregnancy. An enduring misconception around the endocrine system is that there are exclusively male and female hormones. In fact, men and women have estrogen and testosterone, just in different amounts. Both hormones play a role in pregnancy as well, alongside more than 10 other hormones that ensure the growth of the fetus, enable birth,
怀
and
孕
help the earth move
baby
Such periods of hormonal
Are you
change
baby?
are also associated with fluctuations in mood. That's because hormones can influence the production of certain chemicals in the brain,
Yes.
like serotonin. When chemical levels
Serotonin.
shift, they may cause changes in mood as well. But that's not to say that hormones have unlimited power over us. They're frequently viewed as the main drivers of our behavior, making us slaves to their effects, especially during puberty. But research shows that our behavior is collectively shaped by a variety of influences, including the brain and its neurotransmitters, our hormones, and various social factors. The primary function of the endocrine system is to regulate our bodily processes, not control us. Sometimes disease, stress, and even diet can disrupt that regulatory
啊
function,
不可以吃汉堡
altering the
的
quantity of hormones
But I
that glands
like it.
secrete,
Yeah,
or
because it
changing the way
destroy the
cells
hormone.
respond. Diabetes is one of the most common hormonal disorders, occurring when the pancreas secretes too little insulin,
Too little
a hormone
insulin.
that manages blood sugar levels. And hypo
Insulin
and
manage blood sugar.
hyperthyroidism occur when the thyroid gland makes too little or too much thyroid hormone. When there's too little thyroid hormone, that results in a slowed heart rate, fatigue, and depression. And when there's too much thyroid hormone, weight loss, sleeplessness, and irritability. But most of the time,
Yeah.
the endocrine system manages to
Just
keep
press
our
I.
bodies
Yeah. No,
in a
no,
state
no.
of
Yes.
balance. And through its constant regulation,
Ooh.
it drives the changes
え Yes
that ultimately help
Good
us
job.
become who we are.
You again.
Yes loading ตึ๊ดตึ๊ดตึ๊ดตึ๊
You
ด
again. I want to watch
ไม่ใช่หาปะ
this.
How can AI drive commercial
AI
value while staying
again.
true
Yeah.
to our values?
Head.
Can AI deliver tomorrow's promise today?
How about this one? Yawning.
TED and PwC
How about baby one?
No, I want this one.
Baby is so fun.
What this one?
I want this one. I want to watch the baby one. I want to watch baby. Please.
But this one also can. It
I want
also
to
can.
watch
1978,
How you
Louise
know?
Brown became the
What
world's
is it?
first baby to be
I
born
don't
by
know.
in vitro
Born
fertilization,
baby,
or
you see?
IVF.
How about the other
What
one?
is
Revolutionized the
IVF?
field of reproductive
Yes, that means
medicine.
baby
Given that
using
approximately 1 in 8 heterosexual couples has difficulty conceiving, and that
for
homosexual
those
couples and single parents often need
so
clinical help to
people
make a
who-
baby, the demand for
yawning.
IVF has been
again.
Again and again, you always watch one thing. AI, 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 AI,
Yeah,
AI. Keep saying AI.
Right.
Of course.
Oh, excuse me. Have you ever yawned because somebody else yawned? You aren't especially tired, yet suddenly your mouth opens wide and a big yawn comes out. This phenomenon is known as
Yeah.
contagious
Okay.
yawning.
Enough.
And while scientists
Let's
still
go
don't fully
home.
understand why it happens,
Shut yourself.
Yes.
let's take a look at a few
Okay.
of the most prevalent ones.
好了啦。
Beginning with two physiological hypotheses.
Let's go
before moving
home.
to
No, no, no,
psychological.
no, no.
Papa is very tired. Papa yawning.
Physiological states that contagious yawning
Okay.
is triggered by a specific
Next time we come here again.
an initial yawn.
Special days you come
不
here.
要
Okay.
一定 special，今天是 special day。
Yeah, special days you come here 吧。
Your yawn makes me yawn.
Okay.
Similar to a
Five,
domino effect, one person's yawn triggers a yawn in a person
three,
nearby that has observed the act.
2.
Once this reflex is triggered, it must run its course. Have you ever tried to stop a yawn once it has begun?
1.
Basically, impossible. Another physiological hypothesis is known as non-conscious
You want to
language,
keep
or
watching.
the chameleon.
I know, but it's
This
too
occurs
much.
when you imitate
But I
go
like
home.
to I like to learn things from these.
好吧。
This one
tend to
better.
mimic each other's
It's better, right? Better than go and see the bus. Dun, 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 dun,
But I also
dun.
like bus.
Yeah, I know. Bus only for
This
entertainment
hypothesis
one, but this
suggests
one
that
is
we
to
know
learn
we see someone else yawn
education,
because we're
okay?
unconsciously copying his or her behavior.
So people
Scientists
yawn
believe
and you
that this
copy
chameleon
yawning.
effect is possible because of a special set of neurons known as mirror neurons. Mirror neurons are a type of brain
Mirror
cell that
neurons.
responds equally
That means
to perform
people
action as when
do
we see
something
someone
then you
else
copy.
perform the same
Like
movement.
monkey see,
These
monkey
neurons
do.
are important for
Oh,
learning
like
and self-awareness.
you write do, then the one more people also write do.
Right.
Knitting or
Good job.
putting on lipstick can help you do those same actions more accurately. Neuroimaging studies using fMRI, functional magnetic resonance imaging, shows that when we see someone yawn or even hear their yawn, a specific
When you
area
hear
of the brain
yawn,
housing
then
these
other
mirror
people
neurons
will
tends to
yawn
light
also.
up, which in turn causes us to respond with the same action. A yawn. Our psychological hypothesis also involves the work of these mirror neurons. We will call it the empathy yawn. Empathy is the
Empathy
ability
yawn.
to understand what someone else is
That
feeling
means
and partake in their emotion.
you-
a crucial ability
empathy
for social
means
animals
you,
like us. Recently,
try to
neuroscientists have found that a subset
understand
of mirror
other
neurons
When you are
people
taking
feel.
a vehicle or a bus.
Right.
Ugh.
Yeah. Then people will, he will clear you, then that's why he also yawn together with you. Because he don't want you to be too tired. Only one person tired.
Dogs yawn more frequently at familiar yawns, such as from their owners, than at unfamiliar yawns from strangers. Following this research, other studies on humans and primates have also shown that contagious yawning occurs more frequently among friends than strangers.
Okay, it's time to
In
go.
fact, contagious yawning starts occurring when we are about 4 or 5 years old.
4
At
to
that point,
5
when
years
children
old.
develop the ability to identify other
Everybody's
humans'
sleeping.
Still, while newer scientific studies aim to prove that contagious yawning is based on this capacity for empathy, more research is needed to shed light on what exactly is going on.
Alright.
It's possible that the answer lies in
Why,
another
why is
hypothesis altogether.
possible?
It's
The next time
possible
you get
means
caught
that
in a yawn,
things can be this.
About a yawn?
What you think,
Did someone
what you
really
dream,
yawn?
that's why it's
Was
possible.
that person a stranger or someone close?
Alright. The end.
And are you yawning right now?
Okay. The end. Lock up.
No. You cannot look out. You must keep watching. I want to let everything.